All right, all right. Here we go. Let's cut the music. Let's cut the music again. I can't even get into my bag. I can't even get into a groove. Because once again, we start the show early to speak on an absolute meltdown, choke job, disaster. I don't even know what you want to call it, man. I was downstairs looking for a brown bag to throw on my head tonight in utter disgust. I'm in a group chat right now with the Rhyme Animal, Chuck D, and Q-Tip, telling them I don't even know how I'm gonna do a show tonight. I can't even come up with words. I can't even find the words tonight. Nevertheless, we're here. You know, for every couple of shows now, I've been saying, you know, I did a 17 and 65 season straight, never missed a game, and that was nothing. But this year, man, these are just hard to take. These are just hard to take. I'm sitting there on the couch watching this game as they take a 28-point lead, emotionless, non-reactive to what is even going on, unimpressed by what I'm seeing. They're pushing the pace. They're shooting the lights out of the ball, tearing it up from downtown, 50% from three, clicking on all cylinders. Not impressed 1 minute. Why? Because you knew that doom and gloom was on the way. You knew it. Anybody watching this team this season, you knew what to expect. The classic New York Knicks meltdown. They blew double-digit lead against the Thunder, lost to a young Thunder team. Blew a 23-point lead against the Blazers G League team. No Dame, no. Anthony Simon's a nice player. No Dame, lose a 23-point lead to the Blazers. Had a 20-something point lead against the Lakers. Had a good double-digit lead against the Jazz. Meltdown. Absolute collapse. And this time to the crosstown rivals, the New Jersey Nets. Trek over from the swamp. No Harden, no Kyrie, no Ben Simmons, no Jason Kidd, no Kenyon Martin, whoever they got on that team. And we get embarrassed. 28-point lead, eviscerated in the third quarter. 18-point lead, eviscerated in the fourth quarter. Cam Thomas, a walking bucket, embarrassed the Knicks, especially with that last three-point dagger. That one was from Soho. He hit that one from way downtown. 18 points for Cam Thomas in the fourth quarter. And when the Nets are making that run in the third, I'm looking at myself, I'm looking at the screen, I'm saying, we need a point guard. We need a point guard to rally the troops. What did Jeff Van Gundy say in the telecast as the Nets are making the run in the fourth? This is a time when the Knicks need a point guard. It's the same story every night. It's the same story every night. And now it's to the point where it's coaching, it's players not executing, and not being good, period. And thirdly, now it's mental. You look around, look at the body language team-wide. These guys they lost their soul out there once again. Had their hearts snatched. So now it's mental. Absolute disaster. Good one for the tank. For all you tank commanders out there, this one's for you. As I said, in the macro, great. In the micro, you watching this game for 48 minutes. Unreal. Unbelievable. 40 seconds left in the game. Nets get a shot up. You got Julius and Mitch right in front of the basket. Bruce Brown right behind him, steps in front of him, and snatches an offensive rebound. Hustle, mental toughness, grit, momentum. The Nets had it all. LaMarcus Aldridge, 9 points in the fourth. Gave Mitch fits. Any one of those bigs that could pull him away from the basket, it's a problem. Good job by Nash. He finished with Aldridge rather than Drummond. It was a good job by Steve Nash. Unreal. Knicks postgame live presented by Prize Picks. CP the franchise here. And as I said, man, we're going to get JD and CK in here in a second. I had to rant. But we're going to get these boys in here in a second. Can't make it up, man. And Jeff Van Gundy was on Alan, and I swear, every time this guy, Jeff Van Gundy, speaks and analyzes the Knicks, the more and more I want this guy coaching my team. Accountability for Julius. Your leader can't be lollygagging up and down the court. We need a point guard. Time and time again. But the one thing he said today on the Alan Hahn show, shout out Han Solo, was that the Knicks should not be shooting for the 7 to 10 seed play-in. Why? Because it's only going to show, once they don't make it, how far they have to go. This team has a long way to go, ladies and gentlemen, obviously. So shooting for this play-in is ridiculous. This is why we need to see more of our kids playing, to see where we are, to see where we're going. If we're going to lose with the kids. They're going to lose too. Lose with the kids so we know what we have. Taj is my guy. 25 minutes. Again, OB and Cam, 11 and 13 minutes respectively. If we're going to lose with the kids, man. They sent Deuce McBride to the G League tonight. My guy Deuce is down in Westchester. He's doing windmills. He's doing spinneroonies, all of that. Maybe he might have fared better against Cam Thomas. I don't know. I mean, our guy Quentin Grimes is a great defender. Cam Thomas is a bucket. I don't think you're shutting him down. Only he shuts himself down. And good job by him, man. Good job by him. So that's where we are, man. 111, 106. The Knicks lose. And are you surprised? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, bro. Unreal. You want to call in? Call in. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to get CK and JD in here. Let me get these guys in here right now. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. If you're just joining us. It's gonna be another one of those nights, man. It's gonna be another one of those nights, man. I was hoping to avoid it. You know, I was hoping to avoid a night like this where it's more the same. But this team just won't let me live, man. Let's get the fellas in here. We got CK2K, JD Sports Talk in the building. Fellas, just let me get your cam set up. And we'll get right to it. All right, hang tight. Hang tight. While I set these guys up, Sam on the Discord. Go ahead, Sam, when you can hear me. Go ahead with your takes. Let me give me a second while I get these guys set up. Sam on the Discord. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 and Bruce Brown is behind him and still gets the rebound. Same team, man. Same team, Sam. Same team, bro. Can't make it up. Absolutely cannot make it up, man. Yeah, and I think his brother might have said something on Twitter too. I don't know if he was directly taking shots at the team or some subliminals. JD, what was that, man? Was Q Dot's brother going in on Twitter? They saying they can't. They saying they can't hear him. No. Oh, Sam, hang on, Sam, hang on. JD, give me some audio levels, JD. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know. JD, give me some levels again. Yeah, it's kind of odd. All right, hang tight, people. Hang tight. Let me just troubleshoot this thing real quick. Having some audio issues. I came in hot, man. I was tight tonight. Hang on, Sam. Hang tight. We got it. Let me get JD and CK there, and we'll get this thing going. So to everybody in the chat. All right, JD, I got you in here so far. So go ahead and give me your takes on the game, yo. Go ahead. Let me go again. Nah, it's not good. Hang on. Go again, bro.
Testing one, two,
Yeah,
three.
it's good. It's good now. Yeah, my son was messing with my gauges again, bro, with the mixer. Go ahead. You good now, bro. Go ahead.
All right. I kind of hear myself though.
You hear yourself? Hang on.
It's,
Hang on. Yeah, my son was messing with this thing, bro. My fault. How about now? Go ahead, bro.
testing.
Yeah, I
Still
can hear
hear
you.
myself.
You still hear yourself? All right, go ahead for now, and then I'll sort it out.
All right. You guys hear me in the chat?
Yeah. We good.
All right. I don't know where you went with your lead, CP. But you know, when we were winning, we went up, was it 28? Whatever it was. At this point, I'm not even looking at stats. I could care less. Part of me thought, you know, it would be crazy if we blow this lead. And I also wonder when they were coming back in the third, if I thought to myself, I wonder how many fans want this to happen. You know, because as I'm watching the third and you see this head coach and you see the lead get cut little by little, and no adjustments, no substitutions. I thought to myself, you know what? I wouldn't even be mad if this happens, because we see a coach that continuously does the same thing and expects a different result. I don't understand some of the substitution patterns again tonight. Obviously, when you blow a 28-point lead, a lot of accountability goes to the players because it's a 28-point lead. But I don't want to hear the excuses of we don't have a point guard. I don't want to hear the excuses of anything. When you're up 28, forget the fact that a lot of fans now, they want us to pivot to the young kids. We're going to evaluate this coach the way that he wants to coach, right? You want to coach this way, so let's evaluate you this way. You want to win now? Fine. Let's evaluate you this way. Let's grade you as such. You lost a game now, and it seems like the last couple losses have topped the previous loss in terms of worst loss of the season. And I think a lot of people don't want to say it because, the respect factor. I honestly think that's why chants haven't happened at the Garden, because of the respect factor. You respect a guy that's coached so many years, that has been successful as a head coach, but a decision has to be made, man. You guys don't have to say it. CP, you don't have to say it. CK, you don't have to say it, but I'll say it. I don't want this head coach coaching this team next season. I know that the political answer and the answer that everyone wants to say is, well, if he doesn't coach well his third season, then I'll move on. Why? I ask why. Why do we have to go into a third season? Why do we have to delay something? Why? If your decision is that his coaching style, his style is not going to fit, then why would you wait a third year? In other words, even if when this team is okay and he gets an improved roster, does his style fit? Do you think you can win with that type of style? And it seems like the way that the front office wants to go and the way the head coach wants to go are two different ways. And so a decision has to be made before next season. You cannot go into next season saying, oh, we had conversations and now we're on the same page. No, this cannot happen. The decision to play Alec Burks over Emmanuel Quickley was horrific. Let me use one example and I'll end my thoughts. Cam Thomas started the game 5 points, 2 of 11. I ask you, if IQ started the game 5 points, 2 of 11, you think he gets the opportunities that Cam Thomas got in the second half of the game? Cam Thomas rewarded now, albeit a team that's injured, so you do need some of those players, but he still rewarded the head coach's decision to stick with him, because since then he went 7 of 10 from the field. And so when I talk about style, those are the examples that I talk about. A head coach that a young player on this team makes mistakes, they don't get a secondary opportunity. They don't get the same leash that some of the other players that he plays, Alec Burks, they get. And so I don't care that he brought IQ back in so late. It's not about that. It's not about the fact that, yes, he did miss that key 3-point shot. It's about what can you do to avoid those situations. When you're up 28, I don't want to talk about the last minute. There's so many things before that you can talk about that led to the result of the game. And so to me, when I look at examples like that, these other teams giving some of these young players opportunities, and we don't do that, I'm done, man. I'm done with it. I'm ready to move on.
So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. 2,600 people in here in the chat. This is Knicks Post Game Live, presented by Prize Picks. CK, go ahead and give us your thoughts, man.
Oh, don't worry, mine will be quick. Look, we've seen this happen several times, right? And to JD's point, right? You come into this game, you watch this game, and I know a lot of you guys, because on Twitter you guys responded to me, so I know a lot of people were feeling the same way I was feeling. But you enjoy this lead, or worry that what happened in Los Angeles, worry what happened in Portland, and worry what happened 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Against the Thunder.
Can't make it up, bro.
What's going to happen again? And like JD said, I even tweeted it. I was like, look, take me out of my misery now in this second quarter while we are winning, so I can remember the Knicks winning in case something like what happened tonight happened again. So I'm going to leave CP and JD to, hit y'all with the facts and, the amazing rants and stuff like that. Because at this point, I'm throwing it all out the window. I'm done. I don't. We are going to be saying the same thing over and over and over again. But if the coach is going to keep doing what he wants to do over and over and over again, then one of us got to give. So I'm going to give. At this point, I'm just sitting here enjoying the Knicks right now put on one of the most amazing tank jobs I've ever seen. Like at this point, they're making it. They're just trying to make it like, because we've seen, you know, the Knicks be bad in the past, blowouts night in, night out. We've seen the Knicks start a season good, but then fall apart. Now, this Knicks team this year, when we were thinking that playoffs and 4th seed and 3rd seed, and we was going to be in the run for this, that, and 3rd, and Thibs and the Knicks said, nah, hold on. Y'all better start looking at who's in the draft, because we're going to do something a little different. They put a huge U-turn. All I'm saying is what else can we say now today, February what, 16th, that we did not say February 14th, that we did not say February 11th? Like, what are we going to say differently now? Because if we've seen what this team is, we've seen what this team could be, but we're also seeing what this team is going to continue to be from now to end of the season. And right now, I'm gonna start watching some March Madness, because it's time to pay attention.
It's time, man.
To pay attention.
It's time.
All I have to say is, does the style work? That's it. If it doesn't work, then
It doesn't work. Like you said, Jay. I'm with you, JD. It doesn't work.
CK, you got the. I think you got the focus box on your camera. So
yeah, because they try and keep track of me, CP. They don't want me to leave.
Big brother's watching, man. And
Yeah,
also,
man,
are you echo? How's your audio? Are you echoing on your end?
Yeah, I'm echoing.
All right, let me see.
I fought through it.
I got out of Discord and the echo stopped for me.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. CK, you got to get out of Discord, bro. I think both of you were in Discord. You got to get out of Discord, bro.
That's what I just did.
That was the issue.
Because I couldn't hear the caller, so I got into Discord. I heard the caller. Now
I did the exact same thing. I couldn't hear Sam.
We good. It was a little flustered in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It was tight. I was aggy. You know what I'm saying? We good to go now. All settled in. The gauges is proper. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. All right, we cooking now. Back to the Discord. Sam, go ahead and get to your points, and then we'll get to the rest of the calls.
Right. Okay. I'll just try to reiterate really quickly what I said before.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the lead in the first half, and the halftime show came on, and I was like, well, that was fun, and now we're setting downhill.
Yeah.
Right off the look, again, it just comes down to Thibs. Julius Randle's 1 for 7 in the third quarter, and you take him out, what was it, 3 quarters through? You let him go 3 quarters of the third quarter through, and you don't take him out after missing 6 shots.
Yeah.
IQ, Grimes, Obi, all the young guys, they take what? They take like 1 or 2 shots, one misses, and they're immediately subbed out. You're not going to hold the same accountability for them, especially when you have a lead. What's great, if you look at NBA.com, the lead tracker, my favorite part about this graph is once the starters start losing in the third and you sub in the young guys, we start going uphill again. And then the starters come back in and we start going downhill again. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Why are we playing these vets when we're obviously losing? We had the whole Nets freaking role players coming in doing their thing, and you're not going to make any adjustments. You're not going to call any timeout. Yeah. But in the fourth quarter, when the bench starts to mess up and the Nets start digging to lead, then you want to call a timeout. How's that make sense? How you going to do that? Where is your creativity? Where's your defense? Why are you doubling in the fourth quarter? Where's that scheme coming? Yeah. And you have Julius Randle boxing out Mitchell Robinson.
Twice.
He blocked him.
One on the offensive end, and then the last one, Bruce Brown ends up getting the ball ahead of him, man.
Hold your players accountable. That's all I want to say.
Bad news bears, man. Bad news bears. Appreciate the call, Sam. Appreciate it, man. Back to the Discord we go. xmadmex on the Discord.
CP, how are we, brother?
How are you, man? Where you checking in from? Australia?
Checking in from Sydney, mate.
Let's
checking
go.
in.
How you doing,
and,
man?
Honestly, like, it's really gotten to the...
Oh.
Turn on. Bloody, it's all good. Serious, doing her thing. But, look, I've been a Knicks fan for many years, and Oh man, this one really hurt. I can't lie. Watching, Julius Randle bringing up the ball. Did you see that one where he was at half court and then at the last second he like stepped back and threw it back to Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker almost got a backcourt violation. Like the unintelligence of the play, the lack of, respect to the rookies that, Thibs is giving. Like, look, Cam Reddish, he's got all the tools, all the physical tools to be a great player, but, he's getting very limited minutes and he's, obviously trying to do the most in the minutes that he's given.
Yeah.
And, like, he's a young guy. Look, I'm 22. I'm obviously not an NBA basketball player, but if I was in that position, you're obviously, playing at the Garden, like it's the Mecca, and he's just got absolutely no confidence in the kid at all. He's only playing him because he's getting, flack from, the GM, from, obviously the fans. But, there's no point guard, and it's been an issue for so long. There's just nobody bringing up the rock that knows what to do.
You need somebody to calm down the troops, man. I said it in the third.
Literally.
Van Gundy said it in the fourth. Meltdown.
Literally. And
searching for answers, man. But give credit. IQ had it cooking, though. IQ had a great game. Bounced out of the doldrums. He'd been struggling mightily. Thought IQ had a great game. Thibs did make the switch, albeit a little bit late. But shout out to Quickly, man. Quickly definitely had it cooking all night.
He did. And, he's just been incredibly streaky. Like at the start of the season, I was, last season, I'm getting back into Knicks basketball because we've been so irrelevant for so long. Last season, really, just lit the fire again. And this season, I'm like, man, Quickly is going to have a breakout season. Obi Toppin as well. He's going to get some good minutes. And there's just been no production.
Yeah.
Like Fournier is so on and off. Kemba Walker, I mean, like what? Like, I just don't get it. And look, Derrick Rose, when he comes back, it's going to be good. But look, realistically, I think he needs to he needs to go to a contender. He doesn't deserve the Knicks don't deserve him, to be honest. And Julius Randle, honestly, as much as he made the Knicks relevant last year, brought us to the playoffs, he needs to be traded. Like he just needs to be traded, and we need to just build around someone that we actually works well for the team, won't just get the ball, put his head down and make a stupid decision. Like someone that actually, can slow the pace of the game down, let the game come to them and distribute and actually make chances. But man, I really appreciate everything you do, man. You're like huge fan. Yeah. You got a lot of Australian fans down here, but CP, salute to you, brother.
Cheers to Australia, man. Enjoy your summer, man. It's summertime in Australia. Don't worry about us, man. We out here in the cold. The hawk is out here. Enjoy your summer, man. Don't worry about those Knicks, bro.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man. So to everybody in the chat once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Yeah, we have you in Australia, man. So to everybody in Australia. So where are you guys checking in from? All you guys watching right now, where are you guys checking in from? Throw your cities, throw your flags in the chat, and let us know where you guys are checking in from. I want to shout out, we got a $100 super chat. My guy Eugene from the Bay Area on the check-in sends a $100 super chat. He says, think about this. If Thibs was coaching the Nets, would Cam even be in the game in the second half after starting slow? 26 and 25 minutes for Burks Taj. Why? How many times are we going to say worst loss of the year? Respect for doing the show today. Question, CP. If you Leon, what do you do? Van Gundy said it, man. You got to get on the same page, scrap the vets, and you tell Thibs, look, we need to evaluate what we have here. This isn't going anywhere. There's no point in fighting for the 10th seed in the East. They're damn near 9 games back of 6th place, the last respectable position in the playoffs. What's the point? There's absolutely no point. Absolutely no point.
Here's the thing with that, though, CP. If you have to have that such of a meeting with a coach at this point of the season in year 2 of a contract, after you supposedly, when you hired him, I don't know what was the plan or discussions. Do you think a head coach, or in this in this example, Tom Thibodeau himself, you think Tom Thibodeau, even if he complies, you think deep down inside he would want to continue coaching in that environment, in that situation, because it would not be what he wants to do.
Right. That's the decision he's gonna have to make. You know, like I said, they're gonna have to have a meeting and say, look, this is where we want to go. They try to improve the team, it's not working. We know that. Right? So now they got to try to fix what they have here. But at the same time, we got a lot of kids in here that need to be evaluated. So they're going to have a meeting and say, look, this is the direction we want to go in. Are you the guy to take that on? We need to see more of our young players playing, more player development. Are you the guy who wants to take that on? They're going to have a keep it real moment. You know, Thibs was Leon's pick, inexperienced president of basketball operations. He went with the guy he's most comfortable with. I always talk about in sports, it's a relationship business. Had the best relationship with this guy, trusted him, brought him in here. They overachieved last year. But now we got to reevaluate things. Thibs, we know Thibs. He's a stubborn coach. He has his set rotations. He's playing to win. He's trying to win. He's trying to pad up his resume. It's not working. So now they got to go back to the drawing board and understand, are you in it with us? Or are you out? Because eventually, if he don't make that decision, Jimmy D's going to make it for him. Because I guarantee you, I don't even know if he gets past this at this point, bro. Because these losses have been abysmal.
Did you see his post-game quote?
I didn't even see it. What did he say on post-game?
I mean, like you said, he might be realizing, I don't know if I could survive.
He might be running out of time, bro.
Fred Katz tweets out, Tom Thibodeau quotes, everything is on the table now.
In terms of
yeah,
what?
right.
In terms of what?
Man,
no, everything in terms of what, though? In terms of changes?
Miss me with that.
Hold on. I think people are tweeting this at me. Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah.
He said everything is on that. That's all. That's the tweet.
Everything is on the table. All right. Well, I guess that means in terms of the lineup. I mean, it can't mean anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm over it. I'm done. Nope. I'll see to believe it.
I agree with you, but maybe
I'll see it to believe it.
Maybe it took losses against the Trailblazers, all these leads. Maybe it's finally getting hitting his head that let's switch something up here.
JD, CP, I was told after the trade deadline we were going to move some contracts so we can see some players, and then we'll switch things up. Then we'll see what happens, and we'll see what goes. And then what do we see? The same exact thing come across. Like what's so frustrating about it is like we say these things like we want to see the kids, and if we're at least losing with the kids playing and stuff like that, like at least we'd be able to see them play through these games. Blah 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 blah. But I think the biggest thing for me is when we're playing all of these other younger coaches in the league, from the Taylor Jenkins all the way down to I can't even say dude's name that's coaching the Oklahoma City Thunder right now. And Tom Thibodeau, who, it seems like in Chicago and then in 1 year with Minnesota, and sure we'll give him a year in New York, he has his years, but then it seems like he falls, his coaching falls down in a downward trajectory after he peaks in the first season or two in those times. And we're seeing that when you're facing these other young coaches in today's NBA, and all season long we've been asking, play the younger guys, let's see what the young guys can do, but we're watching ourselves get beat by younger guys, beat by younger coaches playing their younger guys, and they have veterans that are better than our veterans that they still give some time to. But they, give their minutes more. We're looking at, you said it perfectly, CP. After Monday, I watched the post game. We're watching Cam Reddish only play minutes. I'm not saying Cam Reddish would have saved us or nothing like that. But if you're seeing Cam Reddish play 8 minutes and Julius Randle playing 40-something minutes, mind you, Julius Randle played an okay game. But that's the problem. That's the problem. Why we come to this damn fourth quarter. Hell, not even the fourth quarter, third quarter, bro. And this team, it just is gassed. Dead. We making stupid mistakes. Shout out to the last caller, because I knew exactly what you were talking about. Made zero sense. Julius Randle, you brought it past the half court line. You might as well try and do what you always do and run the offense. And he said, let me turn around and get this to Kemba Walker, and almost got a backcourt violation. That was one of several boneheaded plays I have in the third quarter. That's my problem. That's when I was leaning to that line that JD was talking about earlier. He's getting out coached by these younger guys. It's time. It might just be time for him to be a consultant in the league or something like that, because it just might not. If he's not going to change his ways with how this current NBA is structured, he's showing he's telling on himself right now. He is telling on himself right now.
Passing him by.
He continues to play Randall for full quarters, bro. There's no reason to.
I don't get it.
Randall plays
came
all
back
12
in with about 8 or 9 minutes left again in the fourth quarter tonight.
after playing 12 minutes in the third and going 1 of 7.
Right.
Not doing anything.
Right.
And here's the other thing. I wasn't here for the last post-game show, but Cam Reddish shows flashes in the first half, right? And then, mind you, the previous game, he tweaked his ankle. So it's like, okay, if you want to say, JD, maybe the ankle is tender or is sore. Okay. He played some minutes in the first half, but then he puts him back in the second half in the fourth quarter by like the 7-minute mark in like a 2-point game. Yep. You were about to put this guy, you put him back in not until the fourth quarter with 7 minutes left in a high leverage situation to take him right back out. I mean, does this coach have a clue at this point?
He's losing it, man. He's
like
losing
those are the specific examples that happen within the game that I just think, and I would love to sit down with him and just discuss.
I want to hear
what is the strategy? What's the philosophy here? Because I don't get it.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Let me shoot some people in the chat. Shout out Oskeen25 checking in from Queens. Steve Figueroa, Jamaica in the building. Everybody, all my Jamaicans in the building, throw your flag in the chat. We got Kyle Tochterman, Hurley, New York. Matthew Welsh, Sydney, Australia. Let's go. Jeffrey Susak, Alaska in the building. Okay. Shout out to Alaska. We got Big VCEO, Columbus, Ohio. Shamboy always in here. Shaolin, NY, and Terrence Platt. What's good? Lash, what's good? Nicholas Priak, VA Beach. 757 in the building. Let's go. New Pusha T track is fire. That Diet Coke is fire. Christopher George, VA Beach in here. Let's go. Lansing, Michigan, Austin. How you feeling? We got Stevie Blue, Gold Coast, Australia. Told you, fellas, we have you in Australia, man. Carlos Hernandez, Colombia repping. Let's go. Tony Colbo, checking in from Mexico. New Zealand on the check-in. Swinny the one. Let's go. All right, back to the phones. Got a lot of people who want to get in here. Let's go rapid fire. Let me get to my guy Hector from Harlem World. Hector, what's good?
Hold up. Before we start, y'all better get a thumbs up
Let's
for the
go.
only voice.
Hit that like button. How many people we got in the chat right now? We got
JD,
3,400 people in the chat right now. TM, let's knock that down. That might be the record for this season. Let's get it going.
All right, we going rapid fire, brother.
Let's go.
I mean, we just talked 2 nights ago, CP. I mean, we talked about it, brother. I mean, at this point, I don't know what I just saw. The most epic collapse I think I've seen in my 27 years of living. The most epic collapse in Madison Square Garden, I think, history that I've seen with my own eyes. I think everyone, even a novice at this game, knew because of the lackadaisical and poor just coaching of this team. No, it didn't matter that 27-point lead we had in the first half. It didn't matter. We were going to blow it. Why? Because we have an ignorant, hard-headed head coach who thinks it's his way or the highway. And honestly, I think that, like, going back to what JD said, I think now JD understands why I blew up like 2 weeks ago, because it's not about any more technicalities. It's not about, Julius Randle is the starter on this team. Everybody knows that. He's not getting benched. We still need him. We need everybody on this roster, literally. We have no talent on this roster, literally. But the point being is this dude thinks that playing a non-patent dribble jail ball player who thinks he's the ghetto John Stockton, he believes that playing him 48 minutes is his solution to victory. And I just look at it and I go, okay, so you're not going to play Cam, okay? And if you do, you're going to tease his minutes. You do it with Quentin Grimes because in reality, he's just giving Quentin Grimes teasing minutes because, if he really wanted to, in his opinion, in his coaching career, he wouldn't give any rookies any minutes. He doesn't care for rookies. He just sent Miles McBride down. For what reason? We don't know. He doesn't want to play the kids because he believes that veterans are going to get the job done when most of our veterans are literally at the tail end of their careers. Another thing, I wanted to point out. Bro, literally, Mike Breen says before the end of the telecast, this is the third game in the last 7.
Yeah.
The Knicks have blown a 20-plus point lead
The Blazers
in their last 7 games.
The Blazers. This
Yup.
game, the Blazers and the Lakers.
Lakers, yeah.
And they had
And you brought
double-digit
up, CP,
leads against the
the
Thunder,
Utah
and they
game.
had the leads against the Utah Jazz, man.
Yup. And I was telling my brother, CP, I was like, CP just brought up the fact that in reality, because we were only up 10 that game, but I was like, forget all that. We're the New York Knicks. We're garbage. We find ways to lose. That game has to be added too. CP, how is this dude not getting looked at by upper management, and you're really looking at him and going, you might have to go.
Hey.
At this point, CP, I want Johnny Bryant coaching this team. He was literally getting the West Coast offense into Quinn Snyder's ear and giving them a bit of success.
Yeah.
You heard the rave reviews when we got him from Utah.
Yeah.
I
And
want him coaching this
appreciate the
team.
call, man. Hey, it might not be Leon's call to make because, like I said, JD ain't too pleased. I ain't talking about this JD. Just that JD ain't too pleased either. But the guy at the top, according to
Yeah, 'cause I don't got that money.
Yeah, right. The guy at the top left after Cam Thomas buried a 30-footer. Man, that one was like, I don't know, man. Like I said, the 28-point lead, I wasn't impressed. That didn't move me at all because I knew, I just had a feeling we were going to get back to this point. Shout out to Captain Crunch, $20 super chat, says, makes no sense for us to hit the lottery, draft a young player, and Thibs keep him on the bench with some washed up vets. Thibs must be fired. I need all Knicks fans to start to fire Tom Thibodeau chants at MSG. It's time. Well, look, you don't not draft a player because of the coach. The coach is always the first domino to fall. That's the easiest piece to fall. So you can't worry about that. But we got to be focused on trying to pluck some talent out of this draft. No doubt about it. To the Discord we go. Nicky Dimes. Nicky Dimes, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yo, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
First thing I just want to say, shout out to you guys. I started listening this year, and it's been cathartic tuning in.
Appreciate it.
It's been pretty therapeutic. But I just want to say a few things. Like, I kind of calmed down after the last 20 minutes. I was tight watching that game, man, because I knew that Thibs was going to play the starting lineup all the way down the third quarter and tire out Randall, who was playing phenomenal. He was playing great. And I knew what was going to happen. But, for some reason, I was like, you know what? Maybe, like, IQ came in. He hit those 2 threes in the third quarter. And, we still, were able to keep the lead. The Nets weren't able to take the lead. And I don't know. I knew what was going to happen. So, I think with Thibs, it's just like he's just way too stubborn. And it's like JD was saying, all this year, template coaching. How are we going to win games with a coach that doesn't make adjustments in 2022? It just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. So, I'm usually with UCP in terms of we had that season last year, with the 4th seed, and Randall did so well. I'm like, how's the front office not gonna, re-sign Randall to that extension? They're not gonna kick Thibs to the curb, but I don't know. This is bad, man. 3 20-point losses in a month. Yeah. And like you were just saying, if James Dolan's not happy, that's all I need to say. I saw Stephen Bondi tweet. Yep. Yeah, that he got up with 30 seconds left. That's not good, man. So not good, man. Tim said everything's on the table. Who knows what's gonna happen, man? I don't know. That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, not good, man. Appreciate the call, man. Thanks for the support. Not good. That's all I can say, man. That's all I can say. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. How many people we got in here? 3,400 people on the check-in. Let's get it going, man. Once again, this is Knicks Post-Game Live, presented by Prize Picks. CP the Franchise here. Welcome to all new viewers. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new, and we'll give you guys a shout-out. I know some of you guys are angry Knicks fans. Some of you guys are probably happy Nets fans. We know the ops are in here. We welcome you guys here, too, because you're watching. You know what I mean? So make sure you hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Obviously, this show is sponsored by Manscaped. Fellas, go to manscaped.com, promo code KFTV. For 20% off plus free shipping. Knicks loser, absolute. Another one. 111-106, man. Knicks just can't get out of their own way. And yeah, we are here, man. Hearing from the faithful. Let's go to QU, Queens. Shohan, what's going on?
What's up, CP? First time caller. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer my call. Really
problem.
Appreciate you guys all, what you guys have been doing. I really do appreciate it, and thank you so much for taking the call.
No problem.
I'm going to jump right into it, bro. Frustrating Knicks fan, as always. Saw the 28 points lead. I knew he wasn't going anywhere. Just Thibs got to go, bro. He's coaching back in 2000, where 28 points were like, a lead that you could sustain throughout the game. No non-existent adjustment throughout the game, and he's playing Randall the whole third quarter. My guy is having a great game, and he has no legs. How can you play a 42 minutes, like, for 3 straight games?
Right.
Like, no legs. I mean, the basketball is a team game. You're supposed to play together, and he's not putting his players in the best position to succeed.
That's right.
So he's just got to go, bro. That's all I got to say. Thanks for taking the call, man.
Rapid fire is the way to be, man. Just make it concise. Appreciate the call. All right, back to the phones we go.
You, brother.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. Back to the phones we go. Let me hear from Dan from LI. Dan, how you feeling, man?
What's good, guys?
How you feeling, bro?
Respect to all the mods. Respect to you guys tonight. This is the place to be, not SNY, not anywhere else. The place to be is with KnicksFanTV.
That's a fact.
All right, you guys are the best.
Facts.
Let me just say this, though. And also, let me say, Julito ain't B-list. Let me say this tonight, guys. All right? And I'll say it again. SNY, not the place to be. There's the place to be. You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
but let me get to this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get to this.
Mm-hmm.
You guys talk about consequences. What are the consequences? I can't watch it anymore. And I'm just wondering, at what point, at what time does something seriously happen? Tonight, Breen can't say it, but did you guys heard Van Gundy talk about Randall has to run back every play?
Like I said, man, every time I hear Van Gundy break down the Knicks, I want him coaching the team because he's on point on everything.
Well, no, you don't. No, you don't, because he gives his boy Thibs a pass. He had nothing to say about Thibs tonight, man. He had nothing to say about Thibs
against
tonight,
the Heat. Man. Against the Heat, he did. Yeah, against the Heat, he did. He said what they're doing is insanity.
And then the only thing is, listen, and when we're talking about debacles, we had a near miss in Golden State. We almost tossed that one out the window.
Yeah.
So this has been atrocious. I cannot understand what is going on. Dolan getting up and walking out. Let me tell you this: if Thibs is gone, and the national media goes after him, I really hope the New York media stands up, and I hope that the real people like you guys point out that, listen, if Dolan gets rid of him now, Dolan's doing the right thing. You can't give this to your fan base. You cannot. An NBA coach cannot choke away 20-point leads in 3 of 7 games, bro.
Yeah.
It's sickening. I'm usually not this negative, man. I'm too old to be getting upset over Knicks games, but man, this is driving me crazy. But anyway, listen, guys, keep doing a good job. You guys are real pros. You are the elite show, and keep doing your work. All right, take care of yourself.
3,500 people on the check-in. Dan from LI, the OG in the building. Throwing some subliminals out there and everything too, man. All right.
Sheesh. CP, two things. Here's the thing: is that Thibs is going to catch a lot of heat. Two things can be true as well. You can be a very good coach and not be a fit. Or you could be a very good coach and have a terrible year. You could be a very good coach and it could be that is just your style doesn't fit today's game. Just look at the NFL, look at some of these other sports. Now it seems it's a norm for coaches in their 30s to get, to be the head coach or managers in baseball, whatever, like around sports. Like it's just a different time. And the way that sports views the game today, the way that, these leagues want to promote the game is just a different style. Greg Popovich is a great example. That's why players still love playing for him. He's a tough coach. Greg Popovich has said himself, he hates this 3-point league. But what did he say? Hey, that's the way the league is. I have to adjust to it. I have to adapt to it. I have to let these guys shoot these threes. And even if some of these are bad shots, I got to live with it if I want to keep coaching this league. Do the research. Greg Popovich has said that himself. He identified where the league was going, and he adjusted his style, even with not agreeing with it. Jeff Van Gundy criticizes the game a lot, today. And so, yes, there is a personnel issue with this team. Yes, it's not 100% Thibs. But again, when you lose to a Nets team, when you lose to a Portland Trailblazers team, when you lose these games that they don't even have their one, you lose to OKC without SGA and Lou Dort. Like how? Yeah. Like you cannot lose those games leading. And then those 3 games, we can't say that the same thing was the reason why we lost those games. Yeah. You can't survive that. Can't convince me that hard, then bro. you're an issue.
It's gonna be hard, man. It's just not a good look for him.
My bad, JD. I caught the last part of that. I was too busy watching Ty Washington highlights. My bad. My fault. Hey,
how's Ty looking, man?
He's looking good. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, the way he gets to the rim is something I don't think we've seen. And from a point guard over on the
thing is, I know a lot of people are making jokes, so he's not taking. He wants to win.
I know. Isn't that what's crazy?
Is that we're losing. Wow. The fan base wants one thing or whatever, but he's not tanking. So I know there's these tips, memes, and Thibs is tanking beautifully. No, he's not. He's trying to win. That's the problem, that we're losing.
He's trying to win, and this is why, like, people come at me when I with my playoff push comment all the time, and it's not me making it up. It's quite obvious. You know what I'm saying? It's quite obvious what the coach is trying to do. Coaches coach to win. Players play to win. Now, front offices and fans have other agendas, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I don't know. Like I said, man, I don't know how he survives this. Let's go to the Discord. It's Jay Tho on the Discord. It's Jay. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
What's going on, fellas? CP, let me just say this.
Yo.
I am normally replay gang. I had to stay up this time around. I got to get up early, but I said,
my man works at nights. He's committed. Let's go, man.
I'm with CK 1000%. I'm ready to look ahead. What's the March Madness looking like? Let's get some brackets going because this is ridiculous. I lose a year off my life every time we are within 5 minutes, and I'm seeing Julius and Evan Fournier on the wing doing that weak handoff.
Oh, man, bro.
Like, at this point, we're following you, CP. If you want to change the content, teach us how to play guitar, teach us how to knit, do something like that. We're sticking around at this point. So you could change it to knitting, KnicksFanTV if you want to keep the K. Because at this point, it's getting ugly, and brutal, man. We're ready to start doing something else.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, though, fellas, and keep it strong, man.
Hang in there, man. Hang in there. Definitely appreciate your sacrifice and dedication. My man got work tonight. He said he's got to call in hella high water, man. Appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate the call. Yeah, look, man, I'm sitting there watching this run, and on the other end, our putrid, boring, offense. You see it. You see it as they're desperate, looking for signs of life. I'm looking at the Nets making a run in the third quarter. I'm like, we need our point guard to settle us down. Kemba gets the ball, crosses half court, gives it to Fournier, and runs into the corner.
I mean, we gave up a first-round pick for a 22-year-old athletic player that with 2 dribbles can get to the basket. We give up a first-round pick for him to come in and just stand in the corner.
Stand in the corner.
Why didn't you just give up the first-round pick for a 3-point shooter? Like if that's the way we're going to utilize a talent, why not just get a veteran 3-point shooter? What's the point? If he's gonna come in and just stand around and not be engaged, what's the point? Yet you see Cam Thomas, who I'm sure a lot of Knicks fans see Cam Thomas and they're like, man,
oh Lord,
we would want Cam Reddish to be prolific like that.
Yeah.
But Cam Thomas comes in and he's immediately featured.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't want to hear that it's because, JD, it's KD's wasn't playing. Ben Simmons wasn't playing. Kyrie. Go watch the net games when those players are playing. And watch what happens when Cam Thomas comes in the game. He still gets featured.
Nash has no problem playing him. No problem playing him.
No problem playing.
Yeah.
It seems like every other coach we play has no problem playing fill in the blank.
No problem.
That's my problem.
No problems,
I can't believe I'm subliminally giving Nash credit because he's not a great coach to me.
No, he's not.
That's a fact.
But that's how bad it is over here.
That's how bad it is, man.
Golly.
We are down bad. 23-point lead against the unknown Blazer team. You had double-digit lead at home against the unknown Thunder team. Had the Lakers on the ropes, and speaking of Lakers, Anthony Davis just went down again. Had to get helped out, so he looks like he's in bad shape.
Send him over there, man. He can coach that team. That's the Thibs type team. A whole bunch of vets. You want a whole bunch of vets? Go over there. You got it all.
And the Utah Jazz, man. Let's shout out Team #New in the building. The Hydra Predator in here. Team #New. We got Michael Van Note. #New. We got the Mac Phantom. How you feeling, Mac Phantom? Team #New in the building. Who else we got in here? Hospi says Team #New. Okay, Hospi, what's good? Let me see some more super chats. We got a lot of super chat stuff. We're going to get to those mostly at the end of the show. Delmar Brown, $10 super chat says the Knicks have shown after this game mediocre and listless body language showed management necessary changes are in order. Could be right, man. Chris Rodriguez, how did Thibs play Elfrid through the whole year but can't put Kemba in some kind of structure on the offense? Well, Elfrid had legs, man. Elfrid had legs. Sometimes, I can understand scheme, but sometimes too, man, Kemba he's not the same guy. Dunk, Team #New. Dunk, appreciate it. Okay, back to the phones we go. Let's go to from some new people. I see some older people. Let me get to some new people. Let me get some levity in here. He's not new, but he's my guy. Tom from Huntington. Tom, how you feeling?
Gentlemen, fantastic work as always.
Thanks,
shout out to Manscaped. The Manscaped body wash has my house smelling like heaven.
Yes,
God
sir.
bless them.
Fellas, CK and JD, did you get your stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The whole
squad.
squad.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're about to go into the All-Star break. I'm
Fresh
definitely
and
gonna be. I'm out there.
Yeah. Let's go. Todd, what's good?
Yeah, listen, man, we just I'm not even upset. Honestly, I'm not upset. I was more upset at the Oklahoma game. Once it got down to single digits, I'm just like, you know what? This is ridiculous. It's embarrassing to lose to the Nets. It's just I don't even know what to say, man. I'm at a loss. And then people want to see like Reddish play, but it's like, and I want to see Cam play, but I don't want to see Cam play and stand in the corner on one side of the court while Obi stands in the other side of the court, and they're staring at each other and they just switch places. I mean, the whole system. I don't know. The offensive sets that we have, I'm just not a fan. I think we just need a new coach and a whole new system. So anyway, rapid fire. Thank you for taking my call. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening.
Yes, sir.
And don't worry, it'll get better. Let's get those Army fatigues and
get them
let's
ready.
make it happen.
Get them ready, man. Tom's ready.
Tom's the best, man.
Get the Army fatigues ready. Let's go. Let's go. We got the Rhyme Animal Chuck D in the chat. Everybody throw a #PE in the building. Salute the legend. Arthur Morales in the chat says Manscaped Hive. Let's go. Yeah, the whole team got laced, man. New Manscaped products on deck. Got the deodorant, the body wash, head to toe, man. Manscaped is taking care of us, man. Shout out to the plug in Manscaped. Knicks 86 team #new.
Sent the lip balm. They even trying to get your lips good.
Man, I'm saying, bro.
Even the lip balm, man. Manscaped got us laced.
Over here in LA, we got these Santa Ana winds that be messing our lips up. Look,
Yeah.
that care package came just in time.
That's a
I was
fact.
good.
That's a fact.
I was good.
LES legend. Let's go. Let's go upstate. Let's go to Saratoga, man. Dan, how you feeling, Dan?
Yo, what's up, guys?
How you feeling? Man? Good. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. I'm my first time caller, man. I respect you guys. You guys are doing great.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
So I feel like everyone's skipping over Leon Rose, man. I mean, listen, I get Thibs gets all the blame right now because he hasn't been doing well. I'm not defending him, but look at the roster Leon Rose put together. Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier. These guys, the Boston Celtics didn't want them. They don't play any defense. Kemba has no legs left, like you said before. It's unbelievable. And the thing that gets me, we need a leader. I love Julius Randle. I love how hard he plays most of the time, but he's not a leader. He's hindering R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett wants to step. You could see it. R.J. Barrett wants to take that next step, but Julius's attitude and demeanor is suppressing him. What would we be with Chris Paul right now? Imagine if we had Chris Paul. We'd be probably third or fourth in the East. Chris Paul, that's who we needed 2-3 years ago. But no, we don't have a point guard. That's our main thing. We need a leader. Julius, I like him. He's not a leader. He is not a leader. He is not working well with the young guys. I'm telling you. I watch these games every day like you do. You guys can't disagree with that, right? No. Thank you. I'll hang up. Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
it, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, we just need leadership, man.
CP, the caller pointed out something very important that has another layer to it. Thank you for the call. He talked about, in terms of Tom Thibodeau. You know what's funny? I think about it, and if, in terms of putting accountability and onus on the front office, if he would have actually played the full roster, like if he would have played McBride like earlier, not wait till the last 10 games where everyone is like, if this happens and the last 10 games the young guys play, I don't think it's going to do anything to Thibs in terms of our thoughts about him or his style. It's too late. Nobody cares last 10 games. But if he actually would have utilized the whole roster, the owners would have shifted even more to the front office if the Knicks would have still been losing, because now we're all saying it's, obviously we know that, but we would have been emphasizing more. This is the front office. Yeah. Thibs is doing everything he can. He's playing McBride. He's playing Sims. He's trying different combinations. He's trying different starting lineups, and it's not working. The front office, you're not helping Thibs. But the problem is he's, one, not doing that, and two, his current style is just not productive. So I think he's doing it to himself in a funny way. He's actually doing it to himself because
his own grave,
a lot of the blame is going on him. And there's also a personnel issue here that, the front office is ducking a little bit because Leon Rose is not talking.
Yeah. And on the Leon front, and the caller talked about, what would happen if we got CP3. It was reported that CP3 was trying to stay closer to LA, which is why he chose Phoenix. And he made the right call. And he wanted to play with Booker. We don't have that guy here. So the CP3 thing probably wasn't a realistic move. How much do you blame them for not getting Lowry, not getting Lonzo, when it seemed like the Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls had the inside track on those guys, respectively? After that, the point guard options in the free agency fell off a cliff. You knew Reggie Jackson was going back to the Clippers. Did you want Schroeder? I mean, there was really nothing left. After Lowry and Lonzo, re-signing Derrick Rose became the number one priority for this team. And they did that. And remember when the reports came out, fellas, we did the show. We did the free agency show. Well, after they signed Rose, the reports were still out there that they were still looking for starting point guard help. So that's how, and then the Kemba thing fell into their lap. So, no, it wasn't a great offseason by any stretch. Like I said, during the trade deadline show, year 3 for Leon is going to be important. Not to necessarily go out there and get that star piece, but to go out there and put together a roster that can compete, and that can flow together, that can gel. This year just wasn't it. This year wasn't it. So here we are, back to the drum board. Back to the drum board, fellas. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Knicks Postgame Live, presented by Prize Picks. See a lot of people on the Discord. Let me get to some new people in here. Hang on. I see Harrison Dolan. I'm going to put you in the queue. Harrison Dolan, I'm going to put you in the queue, so hang tight there. And then let's get to the phones. Craig from VA. Craig, what's going on?
Yeah, what up, CP, CK, JD?
How you doing, man?
Just got a few points. I'm good, man. Just got a few points to make, man. I've been a Knicks fan for a long time. I'm older than most of you cats. Last time we won a championship, I was probably in the cradle, but I've been around.
Okay.
We've only had 2 free agents that have come to the Knicks: Black Jesus and Carmelo Anthony. That's it. We're not getting these big time free agents.
You don't like Amari, man? The Knicks are back. The Knicks are back. You didn't like that?
Man, but he was on one knee.
That's right.
When he said it.
That's
he
right.
was on one leg.
That's right.
So we have to work within.
Yeah.
We got Deuce McBride. I know it's just the G League, but we got Deuce McBride down in the G League putting up numbers. He's got to be better than Kemba. Everybody screaming the tank. We're gonna have the tank within the system. Let Thibs do what he wants to do. You know what James Dolan's going to do. He's a Rangers owner, right? What did he do to the Rangers? Fired the whole staff last year. The whole staff. So let him continue to do what he wants to do. He'll be gone. We'll get a new coach. We'll get a draft pick that's high in the standing, and we'll be good. I'm out.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate the call, man.
This has to be the worst case scenario for the front office because they're facing a lot of pressure now with Thibodeau's performance. And I've always also thought that Johnny Bryant, once he got that title and his age, connections with the players, some of the things people have said about him in terms of being a hot assistant, up and comer, being able to relate to today's players, the relationship with Donovan Mitchell, like the whole nine. I thought that maybe, let's put him with Tom Thibodeau and experienced coaching staff at that time, Mike Woodson. Let's groom this guy, and he's the heir apparent. But I don't think that they want to put Johnny Bryant in a situation with a roster that's not complete, and they may be forced to. Because remember, this is the regime's first coaching hire. I don't know that you get more than 2. So if they make a move, I think this next one, you got to hit on it. You got to make sure that it's the decision you want to make.
My only, because I hear that, and that's what everyone's been saying. My only thing against that is I feel like if the rumors were true that that there's a little bit of pushback between Thibs and Leon Rose in the front office between trade decisions and free agency moves and who to not get rid of them, blah blah blah. If that's true, I think I still think that going in that trajectory you were just talking about, I still think you can go in that direction. I still think with Johnny B having his experience before, even with the Knicks, with Utah and whatnot, and then coming here for that season with Woody and too with Thibodeau, and the team itself will still have that, that even though I know it's not playing well right now and are translating on the court, but at least they'll have that pedigree as far as the defensive end. Like we saw these last 2 seasons been the best defense we've been playing in years that we can talk about. So I still think that if we did decide to go with a guy like Johnny Bryant, and he's a guy that does buy into whatever the front office is trying to do, the front office does their job. They go after the pieces that they want to go after, make those trades that they want to go after, and they're not stubbornly trying to keep a player or keep that or whatever, and they work in unison. I think I don't think our structure, our roster's so bad that it wouldn't be able to turn around, and for Johnny Bryant to then grow with a team that might be circled around RJ Barrett and whoever else they put in place with them. You know what I mean? So I get that. I understand it because we went from an ultimate high last year to now a really low that we could be putting Johnny Bryant in a rough position. But I feel like there's a lot of anomalies that we might not know about, that I think, with Johnny B running the team and, him maybe, having a better communication with the front office, I think that we would be able to have a little bit more unison. And I don't think it would be as much of a setup as a lot of people think it would be. Personally, that's why I think.
This is the thing, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if this guy can succeed here without a good roster. We have yet to show in the 20-something years post Van Gundy Knicks that we have patience for a true rebuild, which means going through all the L's, all the growing pains. The fans are not patient. The management isn't patient. The owner's not patient. We have not shown that yet. That is my concern. Yes, play the kids. But when you're going through those lumps, because you're going to take your L's. You're going to take your lumps. Do we have the patience to see this thing through? Does the owner have the patience with that coach? Does he have the patience with the regime? Because when you're playing the kid, like I said, you're going to have your growing pains, man. We haven't seen it. We have not seen it. You want to tell me, yes, Fizdale, not a good coach. Fizz played the kids. He found himself on the unemployment line a year and a half later. You bring in Thibs. Thibs is on his way out. This is difficult, man. We have not charted these waters pretty much ever, bro.
And we did it to ourselves. How can Thibs ever be in any rebuild? And you expect that to succeed?
Nah. Damned if he's damned if you do, damned if you don't, bro.
Nah.
It's a double-edged sword, man.
It's like we were in a situation where we're in this rebuild stage. We hired this player agent, Rob Pelinka, the guy at Golden State. So you have momentum there. World Wide West, the whole connection.
Right.
Everything was setting up from that perspective. But then we hire a coach that's not really in that timeline as well.
Right.
And I understood the whole credibility, respect, and culture and all that stuff. But then, you sign them to a 5-year deal. Where we're gonna what is it? Are we rebuilding or are we winning? Like, what are we doing?
Right.
So I think when that's the problem, like it's all about a business model, right? Like you can't be an HR manager and you have a certain objective or company goals and you hire a candidate that doesn't fit those company goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It like at some point in that relationship, you're going to see the flaws between two different mindsets. And I think we're seeing it now. And
everyone has to be on the same page. Everybody has to be on the same page. It can't be one dude thinking that, we're a championship competitive team, but then, we're drafting Obi Toppin, hoping to build a team to, for long term, but he's not even going to play. So it's just like, it just seems like from the jump, we were never on the same page, and it's showing a lot more this season.
They're going to have a lot of pressure this offseason, CP. You said it, because a lot of fans, I see them excited. Tank. Oh, man, I don't know if this is the draft to tank.
We missed it.
People talk about Ty Washington. Ty Washington in last year's draft is a late fringe first round pick. And in this draft, we're talking about Ty being a lottery pick, a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of flaws in his game as well. And, I think you corner yourself. Last trade deadline, they didn't get Lonzo Ball. This trade deadline, they didn't get anyone else. So what happens now, you think Jalen Brunson's agent doesn't know that the Knicks need a point guard? That price is going up.
Oh, my God.
You don't think when you don't think when the Knicks
price is going up for the Mavs, man, on the signing trade.
But
they're gonna fleece.
You don't think when the Knicks call up the Pacers don't know the Knicks are going to be desperate for a point guard. So you corner yourself as a front office now into possibly giving up an asset that you really don't need to because of leverage. You've lost leverage, and now you have to address some of these holes on this roster.
It's gonna be tough sledding, man. Tough sledding. But we're going to be here through it all, man. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Knicks post-game live, presented by Manscaped. Everybody in the chat, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Going to take a couple more calls. Get to our prize picks of the night. Fellas, how'd you guys do in prize picks? Quick summary. Is it a good night or is it a bad night for you guys?
Is the box capturing my smile? The box capturing my smile. It was a good night. It was a very good night. And the thing is, CP, I went crazy today too. I was so confident in my picks.
Yeah.
I had like $40 left over. I had more than $40, but it was like I had like 940. So I was like, all right, let me go 40 instead of 20 because I feel really confident.
Okay. All right. We gotta get to it.
All right. That's all I
get to it. All right, let's get to the phones, man. Dan from New Jersey. Let me hear from the Tank Commander. Let's go.
¿Qué lo que?
Yep, we here, man. What's good, bro?
Man, what I saw today, CP, was historic. It was amazing. I knew that Thibs, my guy, was in on it. I knew he was in on it all along, bro. It's a conspiracy, man. It's a conspiracy. Thibs is in on the tank. He's in on it. He knows we need high outside talent at the point guard spot, man. He knows. He's got to know. Otherwise, the man might be entering that late stage in his life where he can't find his car keys, man. It's one of the two. And you know what? I'm going to run with the conspiracy. It was amazing, man. Not subbing out Julius after missing 6 straight shots. Mwah. That's what I like. But, hey, if you want to play listen, CP, if he plays the young players at this point, that's not taking anymore because that's probably going to optimize what this team is, you know? And that's probably what I would have been for at the beginning of the season because I actually wanted wins. But nah, we off of that now. Let's go, baby. Tank Commander.
Salute to the Tank Commander, man. Salute to the Tank Commander there from New Jersey. All smiles tonight. Absolutely all smiles.
Prize picks.
You slipping? I got caught slipping tonight too, man. Unfortunately,
How
man.
does Grimes only get 5 shots,
bro? Did you took the over? All right, let's talk about it. So to everybody in the chat once again, 3,000 people on the check-in, man. Let's get up to 1,000 likes right now. We way past 1,000 likes.
Oh yeah.
Let's get up to 2,000 likes, man. If you guys are in the chat, go ahead and hit that like button. Support the show. Number one show for the fans by the fans. The best show in the NBA. And this show is brought to you by Prize Picks, ladies and gentlemen. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy, man. You're seeing Prize Picks all over the place being sponsored. They're sponsoring show after show, but they are the presenting sponsor of Knicks Postgame Live. And Prize Picks is they have more daily fantasy props than any prop operator out there, more NBA daily fantasy props than any prop operator out there. And when we talk about daily props, we're talking about overs and unders. That's what we do when we play Prize Picks. All we're doing is you're picking 2 to 5 players, and you're going to predict whether or not those players are going to go over or under the given stat that Prize Picks outlines for that night. So it's pretty easy to play. You go ahead and play responsibly. And for our viewers, they have a dope promotion. You go to prizepicks.com, sign up, enter promo code KFTV, and they're going to match your deposit up to $100. So here's how I played tonight on my Prize Picks. I went with Franz Wagner with over 15.5 points. Hawks coming in, visiting Orlando on the second half of a back-to-back. Franz Wagner, man, one of the surprising rookies this year, playing well, but the Hawks obliterated the Magic tonight. They put up 130 points on them. Wagner did not get to play substantial minutes, finished with 12 points, so I did not hit on that one. Where else did I go tonight? Tonight, I went with, the second pick I went with tonight was Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey, after obliterating the Knicks for a triple-double, visiting the San Antonio Spurs. I went with Josh Giddey over 16.5 points, and I got that tonight. He hit 17. Also in that game, I went with DeJounte Murray, man, the red-hot DeJounte Murray. I went with over 21.5 for Murray. He just finished slightly under with 18, so I did not get that one. Now, the next pick I made on that sheet was the chef. I went with Steph Curry, man. Over 24.5 points. Golden State at home hosting the Denver Nuggets. Steph Curry right now has 14 points. I'm not sure where that game is. But the last pick I had, fellas, Quentin Grimes, over 2.5 threes.
Bro.
Only had 2 tonight. Was that your pick too, JD?
Bro, he was 3 of 3 in the first quarter, 2 of 2 from 3.
I thought he was going to hit
You
that
can't
easy,
tell me
bro.
when you saw some of those shots, you was thinking, man, this is Klay Thompson.
Yeah,
he was looking good. He took 2 shots in the next 3 quarters.
Yeah.
He played 6 minutes in the second quarter and didn't take a shot.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
You sound surprised.
Can't make it up.
What you mean?
Forget the Prize Picks, man. Like back to basketball analysis. What are we doing?
Yeah.
How? I took him on the over.
Did you guys see his brother's tweet on Twitter? I think his brother was airing out the team on that.
I didn't see that. I heard it from you. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw what might have been some subliminal
I saw
shots
Kevin
from his
Durant's
brother.
tweet. I saw
I
that.
did see that.
Definitely saw that.
It's a rough night for you, JD. I forgot I did play 2 tickets. I took
How'd the second one do?
Mitch under 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I felt like he was going to have a hard time battling with Drummond tonight, and it was clear as day that he did. Drummond just way too powerful for him, and I didn't think Mitch was going to be that active on the boards as he has been in the past. So I hit that. Seth Curry over 2.5 threes. I thought that was pretty much a lock, so I did hit that one. And then I took the Spider tonight in L.A. L.A. can't stop a nosebleed on the defensive end, especially at the point guard or at the guard spot. Spider Mitchell, superstar, 28 points, hit the over on 25.5. So I did come out a little bit with a little bit of coin. CK, go ahead.
Yeah, good night. So first, let me go into Trader CK mode because I know the chat always likes to get at me, but I did it. I went in full Trader mode tonight because I did go after the 2 Nets players I knew were going to kill us, and that is with Andre Drummond, who I knew easily was going to get more than 10.5 rebounds. He closed out with 19, as he typically likes to go 20-20 against us. And then Seth Curry, who was on in his first game as a net, I knew he was going to go crazy from the 3-point line. They had him at 2.5. I took the over.
That was
light.
with
6.
That was light.
Yeah, that was easy. It was like they threw that one at me. And then, you know what, Julius Randle, there's no RJ Barrett to slow him down. Tom Thibodeau ain't going to slow him down, so I'm always going to take him on that points, rebounds, assist. He's been on a tear on Prize Picks, and he's been giving me money, so I took Julius Randle there. So that was in that game. And then Tyrese Halliburton, ever since the trade, has just been crazy right now. They had him at 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I'm just like, no, against the Wizards right now, who don't even know who's on that team right now, yeah, he's going to go crazy, and he did. So I took the over. He got 40 on that. And then Trae Young, I don't know what's going on. The referee's been loving them some Trae Young. They had him at 5.5 free throws, and I think last night he had like 16 or something like that, some crazy amount of free throws.
Night, so I'm sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah, some crazy amount. And then the night before that was like 8. So I was like, yeah, give me the over on that. And he did. He got that in like the first half. So then I had a clean sweep, 5 of 5.
5 of 5 for CK, and you put 40 on that.
40 on, 40 down.
So 400. CK going home with 400 tonight. Let's go.
CP, you try to put me on the on your side. Talk about JD. You had a bad night too. No, I did not. It was just Quentin Grimes.
Just Quentin Grimes.
You got a little excited there. You by yourself. Me and CK, we up here. We good.
I still had to win a ticket. man.
All right. Quentin Grimes. Obviously, I had over 2.5 threes. He only hit 2.
Yeah.
Seth Curry. I thought that was a lock.
Right.
2.5 threes. He had 6. I hit on that. Julius Randle, got to give it to him, man. He's been playing well. Points, rebounds, assists. His line was 40.5. I took the over. He had 31 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. So he hit the over on that. Evan Fournier, you know me. I'm always going to pick the under on Evan Fournier. 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He just missed with 21. He had 16 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. So I hit on that. That's 3. And the fourth, Kemba Walker, points, rebounds, assists. 16.5 was the number. I took the under.
Safe.
And I hit on that. So I was 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. All right. So we all come.
Not as good as CK, but almost.
Yeah, man. CK hit that 400, boy. So you people at home, try your luck. Play responsibly, as usual, as we always say. It is gambling at the end of the day. So just play responsibly. PrizePicks.com, promo code KFTV. They will match your deposit up to $100. So you put in $20, and they give you $20. You play with $40, so on and so forth. So that's the story there. All right, a couple more calls before we wrap up. Last show before the All-Star break. Let's get to the Bay Area. Eugene, let's go.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. What's good, bro?
All right, so you know how, well, JD, you definitely know this because you got the grill. You know how you barbecuing and the flame get real hot and that smoke starts steaming up and you start kind of like ducking and dodging? That is Leon Rose right now. He is ducking and dodging the smoke. He needs to sit and talk to the fans. We need to hear, because he's made 2 really bad mistakes. The first one is, if you're going to get a coach like Tom Thibodeau, and you're clearly trying to play the middle ground where you want to win, but you want to get young, but you want to kind of be competitive so you don't look like a last to stop. Okay, I get it. All right, but that Thibs got to be 100% down with that, understanding like, hey, we got to adjust if things get crazy. And the first mistake he made is like, yes, I get it. Kemba was available. I get it. Fournier was available. But these are not Thibs players. So why get these players to play on your team when they're not Thibs players? And then the second thing he does is Thibs only plays like an 8-man rotation. So this is the second year in a row Leon Rose has done this.
he gets players that are too similar as far as skill level, and they have 2 players per position when Thibs doesn't want to play all of these players. So now you've got like this kind of like fighting to try to figure out who should play, who should not play. I'd rather us spend a little bit more money and get the talent to be a bit higher. Maybe we don't get as many players because Thibs is not going to play those players anyway. And at least Thibs, you give Thibs a little bit of an easier thought process when he's trying to construct the roster rotations. Either way, Thibs' rotations are terrible, and Thibs needs to find a way to go somewhere else, man. I told y'all at the end of the trading deadline, y'all had a call. It was like, hey, yeah, Thibs may play the young players. I was like, he ain't playing the young players. There's no way, because Thibs is trying to win, and that's the problem. He's not going to play them. So I want Van Gundy. You said it earlier. I want Van Gundy. And the last thing I'll say is this. Your boy, Jalen Brunson. It's Jalen Brunson, right? That's his name. Jalen Brunson in Dallas,
Jalen
right?
Brunson. Yep.
Your boy is sitting in Dallas right now saying the price tag, yesterday's price tag is not today's price tag.
Up,
His agents are ready to gouge the Knicks, in that contract. So look, we need a point guard. It's clear. Thibs needs to adjust. I think he's going to get fired. That's just my thought. I'd rather him get fired. Let's play the young guys. But like JD said, it's kind of too late. Like, people are going to discount whatever the young players do. It's just a terrible situation that we in, man. Like, I don't really know what we should do at this point, but we definitely need to make some adjustments. All right, I give it to you guys. We out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Yes, it's going to be, headed right into this All-Star break. Thibs says that all options are on the table. See what happens next Friday in Miami, man.
We got to do a compilation video of that show when we had the 50 burger.
Oh, man.
And then cut it to like what I'm saying now. He got to go.
Yeah, we definitely got to splice that up,
Just
man.
in the matter of a few months. What happened,
What
man?
happened to the
I remember when I
50
used to
burger,
have
bro.
this in the background, and I used to be hyped.
What happened to the
now,
50 burger, bro?
Yeah, man, I haven't opened that in months. I don't know how that looks like. I
Don't
don't even want to try that.
Yeah, man.
We don't even know what kind of light bulbs is going in there, man.
Yeah, I don't think we got enough super chats to pay for that, man.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Bro, remember, what was my guy's name from Brooklyn? Remember the cat from Brooklyn that was like, nah, I did the 50 burger. We haven't heard from him since.
Oh, yeah.
And he always called to make that point.
Yeah, he was like, first and foremost, I'm the one that said we win in 50 games. My man, we haven't heard from him since, bro. I think his name was like Reg or Reg Ice. Reg, something like that.
Yeah, we have
Brooklyn.
I think he might have said Eastern Conference Finals too.
Yeah, he did. Oh, 100%. Yep, that was.
We haven't
Same
heard
dude.
from him since that day, bro. We have people talking about 60 wins.
Wow.
Wow.
What a season.
Well, I don't feel too bad because I don't even think we get in the 40 burger. So.
Yeah. Well, I told y'all we wasn't winning 50, so I told y'all we was going to be at this
I was right there. Yep.
I was right here. I was right there, bro. I was consistent throughout that we were not winning 50 games.
The analysis was correct. The problem is nothing of the analysis happened. Hey, none of that happened, man.
Only a Knicks fan. Only a Knicks fan, man. This does not happen anywhere else. This does not happen anywhere else. Oh, man. Good show. Great show, though. But we can't end the show without going to the closer. Yes. Jay Boogie, North Carolina. Jay Boogie, let's go.
Salute. 3 capital S's. No matter what's going on with the Knicks, I'm never not going to give my respect to the loyal fan base that it is. Everybody in the chat, all y'all throughout the world, everybody that follow KnicksFanTV, follow the orange and blue New York Knicks. Love and respect and appreciate y'all to the most for y'all being the most greatest loyal people it is in the world. You know what I'm saying? I just got to shout y'all out like that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the whole squad, the whole KnicksFanTV, CP, my GM, great man, the young Lloyd Banks, Shout out to my man CK2K. I've been trying to let you know I ain't been seeing you too, CK2K. I've been seeing you on your dope boy out there in LA, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Doing your thing out there. I see you, man. And shout out to the young Griselda. Hey, yo, stop holding back Benny the Butcher and tell him to go ahead and drop that painter. I need some entertainment and some motivation for what I got going on. But I'm going to jump back a few calls back to before. You know what I'm saying? When the caller was like on some Leon Rose. Guess what? Here comes Jay Boogie. I'm not going to just smash you, Tom. I'm not just going to do. Matter of fact, y'all got some entertainment clubs up there. Y'all need to take time to go get some entertainment. Maybe that's what's wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? He looking all tight all the time. He ain't wore a custom-made suit since he been here. But I ain't going to just smash you, Tom. Let me go over here and get on Leon Rose for a little bit. But before I get on Leon Rose, let's go ahead and let's play New Jack City tonight. And this is what we're going to do as far as New Jack City right here like this. Nino Brown is James Dolan. Follow what I'm saying. Nino Brown is James Dolan. All right? Leon Rose, that's G Money. All right? Tom Tip, that's Ice-T. He's the police. Let me rewind it back to when Nino Brown was in the car and G Money called him and he was telling him, do what you think we could take over another? Yeah, we could take over a whole network. Yeah, we could do that. But G Money, I'm gonna tell you, if he's not who he is, y'all know the rest of the story. What he told him, what he was gonna do. I ain't gonna say that because I gotta have respect. But y'all get my drift. But Leon Rose, yo, you riding Steve Mills' coat, man. You doing nothing. All you doing is riding what Steve Mills do. You ain't get us Julius Randle. You ain't free up that cap space. You ain't done nothing, man. You ain't bring no players here but Kimball. You ain't bring no players here but Evan. You ain't make no trades at the deadline. It blew by you. So what have you done, Leon Rose, to stand out for this roster? You ain't done nothing. Shout out to Steve Mills. At least he cleaned everything up and made a way for you. You were supposed to walk right in and do what you were supposed to do. All that you're agent, all that your relationship, all the people you know. You don't know nobody. Ain't nobody come sit down and talk to you. You ain't even send the plane for nobody. You ain't nobody. I ain't hear no breaking news nowhere talking about DeRozan in the building or Larry in the building. Nobody was in the building. You want to hold on to them picks? We not the Boston Celtics, man. We the New York Knicks. What you holding on to them picks for? You didn't want to give up a pick to go get Lonzo. Sometimes you got to give up some extra to get what you want. And what happened? Lonzo went over there to the Chicago Bulls, even though he got hurt. But that don't mean he would have got hurt playing with the Knicks. You didn't want to give up no extra picks, you know what I'm saying, to bring that man, knowing we needed a point guard. And the cap was freed up for you. Everything, man. You ain't have to give Julius no extended contract right now. You could have let him wait another year and loaded up this roster like you were supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, and then give Tim something to look at, you know what I'm saying. But you did none of that right there. So I got to smash you for everything you're doing over there in that office. I want you up out that office. I don't even want you around. I don't even want to see no more nothing of you on Twitter. You sleeping or nothing. Jada said it best. You know, sometimes they deserve it when you see them die with their eyes open. Your eyes look like it was open in that Twitter account, you know what I'm saying, that I seen circulating around the Twitter. I want you up out of here, man, and go get World Wide West. All that, get up out of there. And if I had the choice to do what I do, come into the season, I'd be throwing a whole bag of Eric Spoelstra, the young Pat Riley, and bring him into office. We need some people that know what they're doing with some X's and O's and know how to handle business. I don't want to hear nothing about no more friendship. That's my man. I'm putting him on. None of that. My man ain't do nothing to get me locked up. So I see what's happening right now with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? You don't brought this man over here to run the team, and Tom ain't doing nothing but getting you locked up. And I'm sick and tired of every year. This is what we got to deal with. We work so hard to get to a reaching point, and you shut us all the way back down, man. And I ain't going to just blame everything on Tom. And I ain't going to blame everything on Judy. None of that. Because Julius is not a thinker. You're supposed to bring somebody here to know how to think and utilize the court and just let him play. But y'all try to make him into a thinker. And because he's not a thinker, you know what I'm saying, y'all trying to make him look bad. Get yourself up out of New York City, man. I'm heated, man. I'm getting ready to get off the phone because I ain't never cursed on this show. And I'm right now on 1,000 somewhere. And I'm just going to shut it down for real. But I want Leon Rose up out of the garden. Up out of there, period, ASAP.
Jay Boogie.
Damn. Different kind of sermon tonight.
Whoa. Different
Can't always be
kind
positive.
Of sermon. Yeah. Jay Boogie came with the heat. The Inferno, throw some fives in the chat. Never seen that. Heard that side of Jay Boogie before, man.
Nah.
Jay Boogie is over all the theatrics, man.
I was about to leave the set. I thought he was gonna start swinging. Man. You heard her. He's like, yeah, let me get out of here before it get violent.
Yeah.
Jay Boogie has had enough, ladies and gentlemen. Rate that call in the chat right now. Wow.
Sheesh.
He done flipped the table over. That's a fact. What a night. 111, 106. Can't make it up. This team is...
How many days we got off to the next game?
Not enough.
Not enough.
They'll be back next Friday against the Heat, so we get a nice breather. We'll do some Knicks Weekly. Maybe we'll do a little OB reaction to the dunk contest, things of that sort. You know what I'm saying?
Might be a good idea.
Yeah. So we'll still be active. Shout out Emil Beaumont-Saw, $5 Australian Super Chat, says, you know the season is a nightmare when you start hearing James Dolan's name again. I thought that was behind us, man. ESPN is gonna get rowdy.
Oh, boy.
Papa171 says, Carmelo wasn't a free agent. They got the team to get him. If they tank, it won't matter. Tibbs won't play that pick regardless. He might not be here to play that. Luke 2236 says, I'm just happy to see Taj got his rightful developmental minutes. He's finally allowed to show the true potential. D People says, JD was right about that 50 burger. Dr. Blocktopus, Australian Super Chat, says, nothing stops this tank. Tibbs and his coaching system is the tank commander this season. Just need a little lottery luck. Jaden Ivey becoming my guy. Shout out Chris Rodriguez, Delmar Brown. Shout out First Lady of Sports, says, I wish the Knicks try something they have never done before. Built through the draft. Fans will tolerate it. Nothing has worked for 2 decades. Not so sure. We'll see. Dwayne E says, tomfoolery Thibodeau. What's this? I think this might be a South Korean super chat. All right, so we heavy, man. Worldwide. Says tomfoolery Thibodeau has got to go. Randall has to be traded for a point guard and or draft picks. Free Obi, free Deuce. Okay. Free Obi, free Deuce. The Rhyme Animal Chuck D says, problem with Juan Sinclair says Tibbs is Thanos. He snapped his fingers on the kids. Rhyme Animal Chuck D, $10 super chat. Says problem with the culture drop is that there's 29 other teams out there with zero motive to see us do well ever. Hoping that the drafts will save us. It's a combination plus luck. We could go L for a decade. John Kim says Dolan cleaned house with the New York Rangers last year when they were actually winning. I don't see how he doesn't clean house if Leon doesn't fire Tibbs. Jamaica Queen 22 says definitely a few non-Knicks fans in here. Be courteous and get those likes up while you walk through the door. Kyle Bunley says, just want to point out one thing. Y'all remember when D-Rose jokingly said his advice to the young guys was not to look at Tibbs when they make a mistake. We got a team full of guys either scared or know they don't have a chance. Jack Castagna says, sending this money for CK2K to say, run the intro. All right. CK, run the intro. Run the intro. All right. First Lady of Sports, $20 super chat says, Dolan has not been the problem for 2 years, but we need him to intervene now. Everybody asking for Jimmy D. Russell Reed, it's a $10 super chat says, time to sit Kemba. Where's my Walker and the vets?
Chill, man.
He said, Kemba, where's my Walker? CK Facts, Tibbs getting out coached by the rest of the NBA. No sense tanking if he's a coach. He won't develop talented youth that is drafted.
I need that shirt. I'm sorry. I can't get past that. Kemba, where's my Walker?
Where's my Walker? That's a good one, man. Florida real estate realtor Les says Derrick Rose made Tibbs' whole career. Tibbs is horrible. Randall and Tibbs are the Knicks' biggest problems. Angelo Carlos says, no KD, no Simmons. We go into the half with a 20-point lead, and I thought to myself, we're still probably going to lose this game. Same old Knicks. Rob Clark Jr., Josh Giddey, Trey Mann, Cam Thomas. How many rookies got to kill us before we start developing our rookies? McBride has been killing in the G League, but we can't get minutes over the knees, over no-knees Kemba. That's been the irony of the whole thing, right? Is in every one of these bad losses from Simons, Giddey, Mann, Cam Thomas, getting cooked by the youth, man. And these are late draft picks. You know, Trey Mann was in the 20s. Cam Thomas was 27 after Grimes. Giddey was a lottery pick, but, 19 years old, man. Filleting the Knicks. Captain Crunch, 07. Says, makes no sense for us to hit the lot. Oh, I got that one. Appreciate it. Jack Castagna says, love the show. Keep up the great work. My question is, how and why do you think Julius Randle has been able to average 30 points per game in the last week? Hashtag too little, too late. Well, when he has it going, he has it going. It's not to say that he's a slouch. He's not the worst player in the NBA that we make him out to be. I think Julius has been on a tear over these past few games, and part of that is pushing the pace. That's been one thing that has been consistent over his run. The problem is that it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Not without a proper point guard.
No.
He's certainly doing his best, but it slows down and it grinds to a halt. Especially when that other team starts locking in defensively, they turn their energy up, and it gets us all out of sorts. We've seen it time and time and time. Each one of these brutal losses, you've seen it. The whole offensive game plan identity changes in the second half, and we duck in the corner and throw in the towel. Jamal Simpson says, KFTV, salute Brownsville, Brooklyn, Brownsville, never ran, never will. What's good? Stand up, salute. DJ Rafa, Thibs gotta go. Need your younger coach with an offensive mind. Josh says Cam would be in the G League if he was a Knick. Isaiah Ellis, Julius Randle passed up 13 teammates to fade away, 22 feet away. Jessica Fox says, won't say I like it, but I knew they would blow it from the beginning. Thibs must go. Xavier Florida, $10 super chat, says for services rendered, nightly therapy sessions, pour one out because the season is dead. Jeremy Mader, Thibs cars a deception that turns into a tank. Russell Whiskey, not even the All-Star break in the Knicks got me looking at draft sleepers. Watch Colorado State's David Roddy. Better than watching this garbage. Alan C, I appreciate the rant, CP. We need to do better. Daniel Perez says, a few names I won't ruin my draft night, but I need Ivy. He looked like a star in the making. Xavier Florida's $10 super chat says, imagine playing an 03 style offense and gameplay while playing in 2022. This coach is beyond outdated, and he wishes he had a template to coach from. He just shoot from the hip in games. Isaiah Ellis says, don't get duped. Ty Washington, let's go. Hashtag tank. Trix Barber, this ain't painful. It's disrespectful. The 77 says, did Max Kellerman get his apology, or are you too prideful? I have nothing to apologize to that man for, but thanks for the super chat. K. Class says, fire Leon Rose and fire Thibs. Paul Robinson says, I said this, that probably is from Max Kellerman. Paul Robinson says, I said this months ago, we're either going to win 50 games or lose 50 games because they're playing against themselves. It's mental. Starts with the star. We don't have a star. Jeremy Mader says, would Thibs still be here after the break? Obi and Cam need more burn, and not give McBride a chance for weeks is criminal. Lee, $20 super chat says, this isn't the tank, CP. It's the submarine maneuver. Got to get the 2023 talent. Long term has to be the focus, baby. Dive, dive, dive. By the way, Jeff Van Gundy watches lots of Knicks ball with his free time. Daniel Perez says, said it back in the draft. Show's not about who we draft with the Knicks. It's who we left on the board. We passed on Cam, but it's tough because I do like Grimes. Unloaded these clips says last year was a total fluke. No coaching period with overrated players. Team #new. Joanna says, CP, you didn't know we have to develop Taj and Burks. Thibs said, after kids, after tank, vets, and more vets, and you will like it. Hobby News Plus, how does Thibs go from Coach of the Year to this? Xavier Florida, man. Thanks for all the super chats, man. My man spent a lot of Skrilla tonight. Are we not entertained? Far from good. Future is dwindling. Systematically eliminated means nothing in Thibs. Kemba will keep playing. All this to say, Tank Hive, stand up. Never too late to join our army. Tony Banks says Thibs has to go. We need a progressive coach. Kenny Gales, Burks got 26 minutes, more minutes than Cam and Obi combined with none of the production. It's literally comical at this point, tanking in style. At Freakin' Wise says the culture has not changed. $20 super chat. Culture has not changed. This was fool's gold all along. It's not Randall's fault. There's zero respect for the Knicks, period. Any team coming in knows they can punk us. It's the culture. Accept it. KG7 Full says we are the New York Knicks since 1973. Hashtag for the tank. Maxwell Walter sent down $10 super chat, says, I'm sick. Absolutely sick about this. Leon, Thibs, Randall, someone needs to address the media like a professional. Chris C, I'm done. Dolan needs to bring the heat to Leon Rose, Worldwide West, and Thibs straight up. Amid Belfort says, here's a few words for you, CP. Thibs must go this season. It's too painful to watch. Junior Karoma, the Ewing curse is real. That arena is straight up cursed. Boxing Trav, Thibs unraveling like Joe Judge. Fire him. Rhyme Animal Chuck D, $20 super chat says, can't make this up. Tayshawn Wells, 12 says, if I was James Dolan, I would snatch the Knicks jerseys off the players' back. SMH trade the whole team. Black Ranger says, last 3 games were like a crucifixion. Daniel Cordero, when you think these Knicks can't reach new lows, they'll prove you wrong again and again. That's a fact. Blood of the Panda says, can we at least tank in a way that is helpful? Hashtag Obi Avengers, hashtag free Obi. Christopher George had the worst loss in 3 seasons in a row. Had the worst loss of the season 3 times in a row. Leon Green, appreciate it. Yellow MI says, free Mark Jackson, trade Thibs. Damn, we got a ton of super chats, yo.
I'm over here vibing to the beat.
Yo,
man, right?
That sent the super chat, man. We
90
got
seconds.
a lot to go. Hold on. Hang on.
Shout out to the fans, man.
Yeah, hang on, man. Salute to everybody that sent in the chat. I'm still going. Username 3 says Thibs keeps McBride on the bench when we need a point guard. He also limits Reddish to favor the older bums. Thibs is the main problem. Jeremy Maynard. The young guys in OKC played meaningful minutes. LOL, the tank uses diesel about 380. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm dipping in the OKC game. I'm tripping. I thought we had a lot left. I'm tripping. That's my cue to wrap it up, man. That's my cue to wrap it up, fellas. Yeah. Anyway, man, great show. Yeah, I was like, wait, I know I read this like 2 nights ago.
He's a lot.
Yeah, he's a lot. But I'm tripping. False alarm, man. Anyway.
Somebody said Urkel Hive.
Yeah, Urkel Hive.
Right,
That's a fact.
right.
That's
It was
a fact,
time.
man. It's time, man. Remember, these shows are available in audio podcast format. So if you happen to miss it on YouTube Live, always catch it. You know, my man said he had work tonight. Catch it on the podcast version, man. Go to KnicksFanTV.com and you'll see the links for tonight's show. Also, go get your Block Ness Monster, Mitchell Robinson merch via the link below. Manscaped.com, promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. And last but not least, Prize Picks. Daily fantasy sports made easy, man. Promo code KFTV at the sign-up screen for a 100% match on your deposit of up to $100. All right, so heading into the All-Star break. Great show by the mods. CKJD, great show, man. And yeah, man, we'll be tapping in. We'll be checking in on the family and Knicks Weekly and all that stuff. So stay tuned. Shout out Cynthia, $20 super chat says, I told y'all about Thibs way back. Thibs says players need to read the game. Well, the same goes for Thibs. Read the game. Agree with JD. Thibs has to go. We shouldn't have to wait another year. I'll be at MSG next Friday. All right, man. Fellas, any last words?
Just want to give a huge shout out to the box that was tracking me throughout the entire stream. Chat, thought I didn't see it. I knew it was there. My camera does it, but other than that, y'all just enjoy this damn break, bro. Just enjoy the damn break.
That's a fact, man. I know I will. I know I will. Dr. Carpy, does the Manscaped ship to Canada? Yes. Manscaped does ship to Canada. So yeah, you're good to go. Oakley interview got rescheduled. Oak's setting up for All-Stars in Cleveland. He's from Cleveland, so it was a hectic week for them. So we'll try to get him in next week at some point. So stay tuned for that. We out of here. Peace.